Through the month of June, all my videos are going to feature foods that you can take to your summertime picnics, your barbecues, your drunk uncle's house. None of them are going to do your beach body any good, but they all are tasty. So get ready for your summertime festivities with my videos in June. Chicken Alfredo dinner? Nope, we're making a dip because we're making an appetizer. I have kind of sort of made this dish before and it turned out fantastic. That's right, chicken Alfredo. Everybody's made chicken Alfredo. It's great white creamy bechamel sauce over pasta. Well, I decided, you know what if you've got a party to go to? What if it's game day? What if it's 4th of July and you need to bring more of an appetizer, more of a finger food? I am taking these ingredients, but I am turning them into a dip. All right, that's enough talking. Let's get cooking. Gotta melt some butter. Boop, you didn't need the boop. It felt like a boopy kind of moment though, right? Boop, yeah. I'm gonna use my little baby spatula just to kind of move the butter around because you don't want it to just sit there and burn. What we're doing first is we're gonna make a roux. A roux is melted butter and then you add the flour. That's the roux, and then you add your liquids. To that, we're gonna add our flour. We're gonna cook the butter and the flour. You just wanna cook it for about 1 to 2 minutes. That way you're basically cooking out the flour. Otherwise it just gives your bechamel, your cheesy sauce, kind of a raw flour flavor. Nobody wants that. We've got a nice thick consistency. Let's add some seasons. Salt, garlic, minced garlic, and some ground parsley. Don't use fresh parsley because you're gonna lose a lot of that flavor and it's gonna get wilty. Just use the dried parsley, you'll be fine. And we're gonna keep going. Oh, it smells so good. Now the liquids go in. Chicken stock and just some milk, regular old milk. Gonna turn it up just a little bit because now we want to get it to a low boil because now we're gonna get it thickened. So this part, you just want to sit here and just kind of keep stirring. This is probably the most time consuming part of this dish. Oh, I am using chicken because it is chicken Alfredo. This is just some leftover chicken that I had from the day before. But if you don't have leftover chicken, it's just one chicken breast, pan fried in a little oil with a little salt and pepper. That's it. So you can always do that ahead of time. Hope you're liking this episode so far. If you do like it, a thumbs up. That'd be great. Thumbs up, comments, subscriptions, it all helps. And I appreciate every little bit of help I can get. Whoop, we got bubbles. Now the stirring begins. Once the bubbles happen, got to keep stirring because now it's going to start to thicken. I am going to go ahead and turn it back down to a medium low. Once you get that boil, turn yours down as well. We want to let this thicken up before we add our cheese. Now we're using a combination of Parmesan and mozzarella. Description below, full recipe, full amounts, everything. My mozzarella is 1 cup of mozzarella and a 1/2 cup of parm, but the mozzarella, we're putting 1/2 cup in here, reserve the other 1/2 to go on top before we bake it. This is actually looking really great. You can see that it's just got a nice little bit of a thickness going on, not quite so thin anymore. Parmesan and mozzarella. I'm going to use my hand for the mozzarella. We just want 1/2 of it. So about like that. And then stir. If you don't stir it, the cheese, you're going to end up with a big old lump of cheese. We're going to leave that on that low heat right now just to kind of thicken up a little bit more while we get the rest of our ingredients put together. Cream cheese. That's what we got here. Cream cheese. If you want, you are more than welcome. You can grab out like a hand mixer, one of those electric thingies. But you know what? To me, that's just an extra dish I have to wash. And this is good exercise for my new shoulders, right? Stir, stir, stir. You just want to kind of get it just a little softened up. I'm going to go ahead and turn our heat off now. While that cools down a bit, I'm going to switch my cooking apparatuses. Be right back. As you can see, I got my air fryer now. Tiny home, can only use one thing at a time. So we're going to fire this bad boy up, 375 for about 10 minutes. Everything's pre-cooked, so basically, essentially all we're doing is kind of melting everything together and browning, that's the word, browning up the cheese that we're gonna put on top. So you don't need to cook it really long. 10 minutes at 375. 2, our cream cheese. Remember that bechamel we made? We're gonna dump that in there. And mix. You want to stir this to get rid of any lumps that you've got from the cream cheese. Nice, smooth consistency. That's what you want. In goes our chicken. Oh. Because this is kind of a liquidy base, as you can tell, there's no need to grease the pan that it's going to go into. It's not going to stick up on you. And that's it. Let's pour it into that handmade pan. Here we get all those little niblets. And then just kind of smooth it out so that it's, nice and even. Now I am just doing mozzarella on top. Then, you know what, as far as the cheese goes, because it is a chicken Alfredo, these are usually the cheeses that you use are the mozzarella and the Parmesan. But you know what, if you want to mix it up and do any kind of cheese, go for it. Don't use one that's too, don't use a brie or anything like that, because that would make your dip way too soft and smushy. All right, and now in it goes. Woo! Just like that. And 10 minutes, we'll take a look at it, see how it's looking. It's done. Oh my God. It looks so good. That is exactly what you want. Golden brown, delicious, with a fun little bubble in the middle. Okay, now the fun part. Meow, right? Meow. We gotta try to get this out of here. Double tongs. Look at that. I'm just gonna throw some bread into my air fryer because you wanna let this sit for at least 5 to 10 minutes, just so it can kind of solidify up a little bit and cool down, because it's gonna be hot as snot. And you do not wanna put that in your mouth. Otherwise you're done. You're done. You'll have no taste buds left. All I wanna do is just kind of toast that bread up a little bit. That's all. Here we go. I've let it sit for about 10 minutes just to kind of solidify and not be scorching hot. Now let's see how it looks. Going in. Are you ready, cameraman? Oh, got to get through that cheesy bit. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is just, it's hot. Oh my gosh. Do you ever eat anything and just think, you know what? There are no words. There are no words to describe the flavor bomb that's going on in your mouth. It's rich. It's creamy. It's decadent. It is definitely rich and creamy. But please don't eat this all to yourself. Your arteries will not be happy. But do make it and do enjoy it. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, bye. Oh my God, dude. Dude, you gotta try a bite of this.